Oh my goodness. Thank God it is Thursday. Thank God it is Thursday. Welcome back to the Seoul Dojo gaming channel, and it's Seoul Dojo live time, man. I feel good, y'all. I really do. I feel so good. The World Cup has been great. It's been amazing. I've been watching a lot of it. There's been like little bits here and there of like gaming news, and I've been picking up on it, and I've been liking what I've been hearing recently on some gaming stuff. But I feel great. The summer's been nice. Lorena, my girlfriend Lorena's gone, so I've just been chilling in my own bed, sleeping by myself. It's been great. Yeah, Key, notification gang. If you're part of the notification gang, you the best, man. You the best. So thank God it is Thursday, man. Thank God, thank God. Man, let's jump into a lot of video game stuff. The Seoul Dojo has been lit on fire recently. You guys have been so great. There's been so many good views. When we look at subs, we look at all this stuff. You guys have been just there, and I love it. I'm working on a new structure for the channel. Also, I'm probably gonna start doing live shows on Tuesday and Thursday, and more news driven stuff, and probably less gaming, like streaming of games. You guys notice on this channel, I don't really do a lot of like streaming of games. I want to keep it more in the industry and flex that knowledge that I have, but I will be doing certain kind of gameplays though. I would be continuously doing my first impressions and all that stuff. What is up, Jay? I see you in the comments. And hey, Lorena, what is up, you guys? And yeah, so recently, this actually just came up before we even started the podcast. There was a recent interview with Casey Hudson's of EA and EA BioWare, of course. And he was talking about, Mass Effect is still there. Mass Effect's just up on the shelf, but he does want to go back and look at Mass Effect and do another Mass Effect game. He also talked a little bit about Dragon Age, which I'm excited for. And I think they kind of stayed away from all the harder questions, of course. It's EA's a whole mess, and I think this interview just kind of reminded us. I think it was good for him to come out and say, hey, like, Mass Effect is still on the board, and we're still going to work on it, and we love it, and I'm glad that's happening. So we're going to get more into that when we talk about the further, like, the future of the console generations that we're going to see to come. Jay, happy belated birthday. Yeah, Jay, happy belated birthday. I think I told you happy birthday on that day, but happy birthday to you, man. I think mine isn't like in 5 days. I just realized that like literally like 2 days ago. I was like, whoa. So let's talk about Bungie's new investors. Now, Bungie a couple weeks ago came out and said that they have linked up with another company called NetEase. It's a Chinese-based company, and they are making a new game. Now, NetEase up front fronted them $100 million. Now, if you don't know how video game industry kind of works, what's going to happen is Bungie is going to make the character models. They're going to show it to NetEase, and they're going to say, okay, here's another 200 million, make us the setting, make us this, get like your promotion together, and they're gonna easily squeeze in that $100 million budget. $100 million on a game right now, you're gonna pretty much get a pretty decent game. We know GTA 5 was like about a 500 million, but look how that game turned out. There was so many little things that they had in that game, and it was, especially in the story mode wise, it was amazing, and there was so many crazy things in that. But let me read you guys the statement from Bungie. So it says, today we are excited to announce that we've entered into a new partnership with NetEase to help us explore new directions. With their industry expertise, they'll empower us to build new worlds and invite players, new and old, to join us there. They'll help us support separate teams inside of Bungie to bring us our newest ambition to life. So, basically what I'm seeing there is they're probably going to cut up some of Bungie's work. So some of them, so that's pretty good for people that are still playing Destiny. You're still going to have like a team on Destiny, and you're probably going to have a good team on this new game. Now, NetEase, if you guys don't really know, they are the people that basically funded World of Warcraft, StarCraft, Wings of Liberty, and Overwatch. They're all Blizzard games, and they're all strategy based, either MOBA or just like a strategy-based computer game, which is kind of fun to hear about, because I think when they're saying, you know, explore new stuff, it's gonna be a brand new IP. It's gonna be something that maybe lore wise that Bungie is used to. So probably some alien stuff in there, a really good storytelling I'm hoping to hear from. NetEase now has the majority of stake in Bungie's seat of board of directors, but Bungie will still operate independently. So they'll be watching over their shoulder, but these guys know what a good video game is. Hopefully this game doesn't go to computers like the Blizzard games. I hope it comes to consoles. Hopefully maybe Xbox One, because Xbox One does need something like this, but I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be a next generation game, which is the theme for the Seoul Dojo's podcast today. So what is up, my boy Saint Mackleton, Front Leroy the third Esquire? That's my dude from My Ninja Gaming. I know you dudes are watching. Make sure you guys go check out My Ninja Gaming on YouTube. We are doing a podcast a month. It's me, my boy Trevor that I grew up with in Victorville, California, and my boy Mac. He is the man. They all awesome, man. They super cool people. They're really smart people in the game, in gaming wise and stuff like that. Like I said, they also talked about Bungie also talked about Destiny. They said, if you're a Destiny player, this news won't impact your favorite hobby you come to know. Destiny is an experience that will continue to grow for many years to come. So if you're still playing a lot of Destiny, there you go. There you go. What's up, Tashelle? I don't know what you're rolling your eyes at. Of course, you got to tell me. You got to let me know. You got to let me know. I'm probably going to move on a little bit, but if you guys want to stay on the Bungie topic, I will read out your comments, of course. Like I said, the new game from there, it's cool that I think they're working with the right people. Bungie is. I think they're working with the right people. I really do. I really do. Let's talk about, of course, the new generation of games. So we already know a few titles, right? So we know that Starfield, which is made by Bethesda, that's probably going to be maybe the new Mass Effect. I'm looking at Skyrim in space. I mean, it's going to be dope. Bethesda came out during E3. Todd Howard came out during E3 looking flies. I don't know what. He came out and he announced Starfield. We have little knowledge of it. We don't really know too much about it, but I mean, I'm pretty excited for it. Anything coming out of Bethesda's camp is dope. Elder Scrolls 6 did get an announcement. When they talked a lot about Elder Scrolls 6, when you talk to Bethesda about it, they kept saying they don't have the technology to make Elder Scrolls 6, which is exciting. You should be excited for that, because when it comes to that time, gaming will always be innovative. So we don't know what they have in store for Elder Scrolls 6, and this is going to be a huge game, and that will be definitely next generation. Cyberpunk 2077 is another game that's been getting a lot of heat for the third person, first person view. They're saying it isn't third person like The Witcher. They're saying it's first person. I think either or is fine with me. If you don't like first person and you miss out on this game, I think you're a little ridiculous, because this game, what everybody's been saying about it has been nuts. It's going to be definitely one of the first games to really hype up the newer generation. They say they're going to do it for PlayStation 4. I just don't see it. I don't see PlayStation 4. I don't see the time window for PlayStation 4. If PlayStation 4 or Xbox One only has like 3 more years, and we hardly got anything from Cyberpunk 2077 and they're in alpha mode, I do not think that we will see this on current consoles. It would be amazing, but I think the bar will continuously be raised for CD Projekt Red when it comes to Cyberpunk 2077, and they will continuously make it better, and it will be over the power of the PlayStation 4. Xbox One X might be a little bit of a difference, but it might still just be a little bit more powerful. The game might be a little bit more powerful for the current consoles to work on. So I think it will be PlayStation 5, Xbox 2 exclusive, or not exclusive, but Xbox 2. It will be on those consoles that are coming next generation. So with that said, the one person that really needs to excite us, and the one person that needs to come out for the new generation of gaming swinging the most, is Microsoft, of course. Now, I've talked already about how I thought that Microsoft has won E3. I talked about that at My Ninja Gaming. Matter of fact, I will probably link it in the description for our first podcast. I talked about how Microsoft won E3. Because you know what, they have realized what they did, and they're trying to fix it right now, because it's hard to make 5 different businesses kind of see your vision also. It's hard to make 5 deals happen, I should say that. So we have the Initiative, Undead Labs, Playground Games, Ninja Theory, and Completion Games. That's 5 different developers that have agreed to be exclusive to you. That's not easy to do. Now, the fact they came out and said that, they realized what they've been doing wrong for the past 4 years with Xbox One, and now they're finally doing it right. That's what I think. So let's kind of break down the 5 Microsoft new exclusivities, or whatever, developers, whatever. The Initiative. It's going to be headed by Daryl Gallagher, and he used to actually work at Crystal Dynamic on the Tomb Raider game. Now, we already know Tomb Raider's good. I know Tomb Raider's good. I beat the first one. I loved it. It was awesome. It can rival Uncharted. It really can. It really, really can. It's the perfect offset to Uncharted. It's amazing. That studio should be pretty good. I don't know what they're going to have in store, but like I said, they probably just got the word from Xbox, and they just now linked up with Xbox, so we're probably going to see a game from them a couple years down the line. We're talking about 4 or 5 years, because they have to develop the game also. So that's why I think, that's one of the reasons why I think Xbox One or Xbox 2 at that point will be very good with these 5 the 5 signings of these developers. Undead Labs is behind State of Decay 2. Now, State of Decay 2 is exclusive to Xbox already, so they already know kind of Microsoft's way of thinking, and once again, don't know what game they're gonna have, but it's a good addition to their list. Playground Games is the creators of Forza. We already know how great Forza is. The most elite racing game, period. There's nothing better. The Crew just came out. I didn't play it. Crew 2's out. It's by Ubisoft. I'm not going to play it because I didn't like the Crew. I don't like racing games in general, to be honest, but I mean, Forza looked awesome. It's going to be in Britain this year, and it's going to have all 4 seasons. I mean, what else can you do? It's just an amazing racing game. It's at the top of its peak. It's at the top of the level. And also, Playground Games have been rumored to do the Fable game. Fable for next console generation would definitely turn me into an Xbox 2 fan. I think if they do it right, and if they know how to create, Fable has a funny way of being Fable, I guess. I don't know how to really say it. Fable just has a funny way about it. It's like Elder Scrolls, but it's a little bit more cartoony and funnier. And I hope they keep that kind of aspect in Fable. I'm hyped for that. I really am hyped for that. I really hope they bring back Fable, like a Fable 4, and they do it right, because even though these guys only do racing games, they do other games also on the side. I had the list. I don't know where it is. But we've seen Guerrilla Games from Killzone to Horizon Zero Dawn. So I don't think it's too big of a jump. I mean, that wasn't too big of a jump. Doing a racing game to an RPG is a big jump, but we've seen developers flip it around and make awesome games. I mean, game of the year type games. So hopefully Playground Games can do this. Next up is my personal favorite, is Ninja Theory. I have up and down talked about my love for Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. It is 7 hours of pure, beautiful storytelling. It confuses the player, and it confuses your character. It messes with you just as much as it messes with it is so smart, and it's for a good cause. It's trying to replicate and help people that suffer from a mental illness called psychosis. It is a phenomenal game. It follows, to me, it's the best storytelling when it comes to Norse mythology. It is perfect. And my grandma being from Scotland, it hits it on the head how they use a lot of the Norse mythology stuff they throw in it. It is perfect, and it is a mind boggle to play. If you have not played it, play it now. It's on Xbox One now, and it's also on PlayStation 4. It was a PlayStation 4 exclusive for the longest. But that kind of quality, Ninja Theory themselves came out with a statement and said that we're trying to show big AAA title, developers, that you don't need, a game that's huge and it has to be 40 hours with multiplayer to sell and be a great game. You know what I'm saying? They said we're going to break it down to 7 hours. It's going to have puzzles. It's going to be a great game. And we're only going to sell it for $30. You don't need to make a huge game, sell it for $60 with multiplayer to be a good game. So, but single player is dying. No, absolutely not. Compulsion Games is the developers behind We Happy Few. We Happy Few was a game that was on, I think it was on, Computer People, you're going to have to help me out. I believe it was on Steam for early access. Now, early access games can be very janky. Apparently, this game had its own problems, but they got bought out by Microsoft. Microsoft must have a plan for them. We Happy Few is a game that's a little bit like Hellblade. It's story driven, and it's a new kind of story being told. It's a story about people taking pills to stay happy, and their world completely changes. It's actually really kind of weird. Really kind of weird how the game is. And I'm really hyped for all of these studios that Microsoft are under or under Microsoft, because it's something that they really needed to do. And I am a big Microsoft fan. I do love Microsoft because they made my favorite game, Halo, made my favorite multiplayer game, which is Halo 3, Halo Reach. And they just, that was really Bungie, but Microsoft was under, they were on top of Bungie, but Xbox has a special place in my heart, and I want them to come back. So I have another reason to buy an Xbox, because the simple fact that I got rid of my Xbox is because Xbox One X was coming out, and I felt like they were leaving everybody kind of behind who had an Xbox One. So you were like, okay, we messed up with that one, but we're going to make the perfect console now. That's how I kind of felt like they was doing. So it's like, well, I spent overly priced box here, and you're going to tell me, nah, we're not going to do that one anymore. It's kind of crappy. But I feel like the console race will be a lot more heavy for the next console generation. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about the next console generation, because if PlayStation, of course PlayStation is going to keep all their exclusives up, and I'm pretty sure they're going to bring a lot of new stuff too, but 5 more years, Microsoft's going to be throwing a lot of theirs out there. So I feel like it will be a valid argument, like, oh, maybe Microsoft's back on it. And of course, Nintendo's kind of on the side. They're doing their thing. We all know what Nintendo's about. We don't know with Switch if we're going to get like a Switch Slim maybe, or a new rendition of a Switch or whatever. We don't really know yet. And I love my Switch, though. I think Switch is on its own island, and it's the perfect gaming system, really. Its interface is just simple. Its interface is real easy to get to know, and yeah, they're a little behind when it comes to like multiplayer, and when it comes to like being in a party with friends and all that other stuff. But it'll get there when we get the servicing out, and I think it has a long life ahead of it. I think right now is the best time to get a Switch, because we're getting for the winter seasons. We're getting Pokemon, Super Smash Brothers. There's rumors of Animal Crossing. There's rumors of Star Fox. There's rumors of Metroid Prime 4. It's a lot of stuff going on with the Nintendo, and right now you can play Splatoon. Splatoon is a phenomenal, really, really fun game. It's so smart in the way it approaches third-person shooting, and it's team-based, team-oriented, and it's really fun, just really fun. So the best time to get a Switch. I know I kind of went off topic here, but the next generation of consoles, it's coming a little too soon for me, to be honest with you. When I look at PlayStation 4, I feel like PlayStation 4 recently has solidified itself as a pretty good console generation, given the exclusives that came out during the console generation. But people might, kind of disagree with me here, but it kind of started. I feel like now PlayStation 4 is up and running fully. I think it's up and I remember PlayStation 4 was bone dry and there was nothing to play on it. Now I feel like we are completely up. You can play. There's so many games anybody can play. And a lot of that goes to the indie market. I mean, the indie people who make independent games, people who make games in their own room like this, they have a lot. They have basically made games for either cheap or free on PlayStation 4 to give us something to play, like Warframe and Resogun, and I don't think was Trials Fusion independent. I can't remember, but just smaller games like that. And you got to respect the indie market, man. It's really nice. Same thing on Xbox, like Super Meat Boy and stuff like that. Cuphead, which is a great game. Those games are helping these bigger consoles out a lot, and hopefully they transfer to the next generation, and it should be awesome. It should be super awesome for the next console generation. I think Xbox has completely failed this console generation. I just think that they went for power and kind of just forgot that you need to make games exclusive to your console, which was Scalebound, which I was hyped for, but they disallowed Scalebound. They pushed that aside, and it's something that is heartbreaking. It's super heartbreaking. You know, Microsoft couldn't. They wanted to be too involved with I think who was making that game. I want to say it was Insomniac, but no, it was Platinum Games, which is a great developer, and they still were just over the shoulder trying to make this and this happen, and now that game, we'll never see that game, and it's sad, and that's kind of Microsoft summed up in this console generation. KB says Resogun is my ish. It's my shit. Yeah, Resogun is a great game. That was one of the first games that came out on PlayStation 4, and it was awesome. It's a really good game. Those games, they just waste your time away. They're awesome. Hopefully we see more innovative indie games for the next console generation, and they just keep making great stuff. Right now, my indie game that I love so much is Don't Starve. It's kind of like, it's a survival game that's a little bit like a gothic Minecraft, but it's dope. It's really dope. You guys should try it out. But what is my time here? What is my time here? I feel like I've been just rambling to you guys, man. I feel like I just been rambling. About 24 minutes. Cool. Yeah, I mean, the next console generation should be good. It should be awesome. When I look at PlayStation 4, I think we're gonna look back at a console that kicked it up really quick and kind of got ahead really quick, and Microsoft kind of shot themselves in the foot for what they did to themselves while promoting the Xbox One. And I'm gonna get into that in a video exactly. Tashelle says, I love Don't Starve. I freaking love that game too. It's really cool game. I know they just brought out like a new DLC for it. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to the Seoul Dojo gaming channel. Thank you all for coming. You know, I love y'all. I really appreciate you guys coming, especially when I'm live. There will be some rescheduling stuff. I'll keep you guys all updated. Also, I believe me and my boy Keenan Brown, we probably going to be doing 2 different kind of videos. We're going to be doing like our favorite soundtrack and the best PlayStation 4 games, exclusive games that came to PlayStation 4. We're going to be working on that. I got a few videos coming up. Also, right now, if you do not have me on Instagram, make sure you follow me on Instagram, because I'm going to be putting a video up for IGTV, exclusive to IGTV for today. It's going to be called Why I Gave Up on Bloodborne Twice. Why I Gave Up on Bloodborne Twice. And it's going to be exclusive to IGTV today, but I will put it on YouTube tomorrow. So make sure you follow me on Instagram, and then I will hit you guys up. Well, I ain't gonna hit you guys up. Then tomorrow, YouTube, I will put it on YouTube. But if you want to just wait till YouTube, that's fine. That's cool. Make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe to my Ninja Gaming channel. Also, we are doing big stuff there. You get a whole bunch of different opinions, not just mine, because sometimes I know my opinion is just, it's crap. And make sure you do that. Subscribe if you're new, of course. Like the video, and we'll see you guys later. All right, peace.